welcome to Seasons of Winter. My name is Giselle, and in today's video, I will be sharing some advice on taking a trip in the middle of the school year as a homeschooling family. So we are going to be taking a trip in a few days to the country of El Salvador. That is our country of origin, and so we're gonna go visit our family. We're so excited, but it is in the middle of the school year, and so I wanted to share with you just my approach to this trip as a homeschooling mom and just some tips and some advice. So my first piece of advice is to not stress about it so much. I know that as homeschooling moms, we worry so much, and sometimes we even feel guilty if we pause the curriculum or the workbooks for a little while. But I would suggest that if you're taking a trip, to just enjoy your trip, focus on the experience. I think that if you try to do it all, it's going to be harder on you, and think that you'll probably not be able to enjoy the trip. If you can take a break from homeschooling, from the books, from the curriculum, I think that would be so wonderful, because it would allow you and your family to just focus on enjoying the trip. And I know that trips are already so stressful. There's so much to do. Everything is different. And so that is what I will be doing. I'm going to take a break from homeschooling and just focus on the experience. Now, what helps me not be stressed out about it or feel guilty is the fact that I know that the whole experience is already going to be educational. There is going to be so much learning involved. Just being in another place, in another country, is going to be filled with so many learning opportunities. And so I will value that, and I will just have the right perspective and know that it is worth it to take a break from the curriculum at this time. So my second tip is to introduce the country, the state, or the city of your destination. Just give them a little background, the name of the place, and just any other important facts that you can share with them. But keep it simple. This is just to also make them feel that they're a part of the trip, so that they know they have an understanding of where they're going, and just a little background on the place. And also it'll be a learning experience for them. But I would say just keep it simple. So in my case, we are going to El Salvador. So I wanted to introduce that country to her, although I know she does know some things about it, because we have talked to her about it before. But I did want to reintroduce the name of the country. I wanted to show her the flag, and also the way it looks on a map, and just basic facts that I would like her to know. I found a cute printable on Teacher Pay Teachers, and it looks like this. And I love it because it is simple. It has the name of the country, it has the map. It also shows it on a larger map, so it shows where it's at, the location on a map, the language that is spoken in this country, the flag, and a little bit about the landscape, the geography. So there are lots of beaches in El Salvador, and volcanoes, and wooded areas. And mountains. And so I am going to find this for her. I think I'm going to be using a report folder to find it. And I'll be showing her this so that she has a general idea of where we're going and some simple facts about this country. Another way to introduce your place of destination is to read them a book. So I did want to get her a book on El Salvador, but I was too late. By the time I thought of it, it wouldn't get here on time because our trip is this weekend. And so I wasn't able to get it on time, but I'm still going to be getting the book. But I couldn't get it before we went on the trip. And so if you can get a book on your place of destination, I think that would be a wonderful way to introduce that place to them. And so another tip is once you get there, to take advantage of teachable moments. Teachable moments are just opportunities in which you can share something that is going to be educational for them. Just opportunities for conversation, for explaining something. And I think the best way to do this is to be prepared for those questions. It is best to take advantage of teachable moments when they are asking something because that means they genuinely want to know something. It's so much better when they are actually interested in something for you to take the moment to explain those things to them. Because we don't want those teachable moments to be forced upon them in any way. We want them to be natural, to be spontaneous, and also not to make everything a teachable moment because then it's going to take the joy out of the experience and they're probably not going to even retain the information that you give them because they're going to be overwhelmed with so much information. But if you do get a chance to explain something quickly in a sincere way, that you can share something, for example, if you're walking along and you notice there are many signs, you can point out, have you noticed the signs? Do you recognize those words? Do you know what language they're in? Just quick things like that you can share quickly and that will not take away from the experience. And my last tip is if you're taking a trip, don't forget to take a book to read to them and also a little notebook in which they can write or draw because that will keep them learning. Of course, reading is so helpful and also writing if they have an interest in writing. I know my little one, sometimes she'll want to write words or letters or practice her numbers. So I don't want her to miss that. And so I'm going to take a little notebook. So I have here this little notebook that I will be taking for her. And of course, some books to read to her while we're there. But that is it. That is what I will be doing. If you are taking a trip, like I said before, don't feel guilty, but enjoy your trip. I want you to know that just the experience is gonna be it's gonna be so rich in learning opportunities. It's actually gonna be more educational than anything we can do at home with our workbooks and the things that we regularly do. And so don't feel guilty and just enjoy your trip. And this was my advice. I hope that it was helpful. And if you are taking a trip, I wish you the very best. I hope you enjoy it and it goes well. Thank you for watching.